Recording. Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to Stick It to the Manga, the weekly manga podcast where we talk about new manga, old manga, today's manga, yesterday's manga. We're just here to have some fun, read some manga, and Kevin, let's hear what you got for the summary.
Kimato is a normal Japanese student whose life changes when the cultural exchange between species bills was passed and his family volunteered to become a host family for non-humans. As the story progresses, Kimato meets more non-human creatures and they all fall in love with him, but the law states that humans and non-humans can not have relationships because it could cause a diplomatic issue. Later, the exchange program coordinator wants Kimato to choose one of the girls to be his wife.
Yeah. Alright, that was our spoiler-free summary, and we're now going to start talking about spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch the rest of it, or you can read up to chapter 18, and then you can come back to us and have a good old chat with us.
It was chapter 18?
Oh, did you only go to 16?
Yes.
That's fine.
My bad miscommunication there.
No, it's all good.
So, why do you guys think humans and non-humans can't do the deed? Realistically, you would think that somebody would want to have half human, half humanoid-like creature babies.
I think the reason for that, I think they explained it in the manga, is that at least with Mia, her species, Lamia, can only reproduce with a human male, because they're only females, I believe.
Yes, but that's why they are working on a new bill to be passed. But with that being said, the new bill is just experimental for this reason exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows where it could lead? Because some monsters need to have human interactions, especially Mia's creatures and Peppy's creatures. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're only female.
Yeah.
I think the whole diplomatic issue is I think Mia has to be married, and it has to be something, there's a weird cultural thing for I think I don't know. I don't really quite get it. I get it, but I don't get it. It's
well, if you really think about it, the only other instance where we have a all female group is in Legend of Zelda. So there's not much we can go based off with all human or all girl groups, especially since they all have their own cultures and stuff. So it could be really problematic for the culture. How do you know that Mia wouldn't get outlawed for having a human companion?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it only multiple human companions?
That's fair.
So when they say physical contact, any type of physical contact would hurt them, does that include feelings?
I don't think it means feelings, because we see people verbally harass Mia on the streets, and they don't get reprimanded at all, other than by Kimihito.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really interesting with that whole cannot hurt, because Kimitato, Japanese name, I can't really pronounce the main character guy. He, you see him in several instances attacking other humans, but they say, like, it's okay for species of that kind to hurt the other species. So humans can hurt humans, and non-humans can hurt non-humans. But there's instances where Mia or the other girl accidentally hurt our main character, and Miss Smith, the coordinator, is just like, what happened to your face? And then he lies and is like, oh, nothing. I just ran into a pole.
Yeah.
Or something. It's just a weird example I threw out there.
I feel like Miss Smith just doesn't care what happens to Kimihito.
No, but that's the thing. I have a feeling that she likes him as well.
I feel like she doesn't, like, have feelings for him, but I think she, like, likes to toy with him like that.
Huh, that's very interesting, because, I mean, there are a couple instances where it seems like she's admitting her feelings to him.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is why is Miss Smith always bringing new creatures to him? Like, he ends up with 7 girl creatures in his house, and all renovated, and everything for each non-human creature.
Oh my god, is it 7? Oh my god. So there's Mia, Poppy, Saria, Sue.
Centaura.
That's I said that one. Then Mermaid, Mori or something like that. Moray. Yeah. And then Spider Girl, Rachnia.
Yeah, I think the 7th has not been introduced yet.
Yeah, the 7th one hasn't been introduced yet.
But I kind of went ahead and looked at the...
So did I?
Wicca and stuff, so I kind of know that there is, like, a 7th girl. But
yeah.
Monster Musume also doesn't have a lot of volumes from what I was reading as well.
Yeah,
so,
I think we've read about a quarter of it.
So it might be interesting to do another podcast about this at some point in time. What do you think, Jake?
Oh yeah, like I think the second year of our podcast is going to be like going back to series. We're going to do a lot of that. Of like, let's go back to Dr. Stone and Darwin's Game, because even up to then, like, it'll be like, oh, we've caught up. We could even do like a thing where we go from like where we left off and just go up to the latest chapter. We could do for a couple of them.
Okay.
But like not in like a week worth of stand, like just like...
Oh, like you're thinking like, oh, this would be a spin-off from like a month.
Yeah.
You have to be right up to here by a month or something.
Yeah, be like, oh, hey, we've caught up. We're going to be reading Dr. Stone in May 2021. Make sure you get up to the most recent chapter and make sure you have notes, because we're going to talk about all of that, you know? Something like that.
Okay. So, what did you think of the Love Hotel panel? It didn't know... Okay, just give me a second. I'm reading a note here, and I'm trying to speak at the same time, and it's not working.
Yeah, Mia didn't know what a condom was.
Yeah, that was really funny, to be honest. Like,
I remember there was a cartoon or something that was like, oh, they gave us free gum, and they like were chewing on it. I think it was Family Guy, and it was it was Peter was chewing on a condom, and he's like, this gum is terrible, and he blew a bubble, and it was just a condom. Okay.
So it's kind of messed up that you can't, like, Mia cannot use self-defense or Centaura or the other monster girls can't defend themselves against humans when they get attacked. That part I found a little ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a little. That's kind of like that sucks. But I think the humans are like know that they can't get hurt from them, like, or they will get removed. So they're like, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want. They can't hurt me.
Yeah, but I mean, that's still really horrible.
I mean, people can be really horrible, especially when they know they have a safeguard like that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's too much of a safeguard. Like, I feel that the non-human creatures and human creatures, they're not existing properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Trust me, I completely understand. I understand. It's really like, God, it's frustrating. Like, I mean,
It feels like racism. Like,
yeah, it definitely is like racism.
Yeah, but I mean, it's deeper racism because, like, like I said this before, humans can only attack humans and monsters can only attack monsters, but as soon it's the other way around, it's not good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, when you look at it, like, even, like, the laws are, like, hard for that, even for the police, because, like, with the scenes with the, orcs, were they? Were they orcs?
Yeah, the ones where they wanted all these hentai. I found that part hilarious. They wanted Orc X sister, Orc X.
Yeah, they wanted all the orc hentai.
They, I mean, you gotta love orc men for at least trying. Like, you gotta love their spirit for at least trying, like, and having the balls to march into a manga studio and try to capture it and try to be like, we want these demands.
Yeah, other than that they were like, hey, we're doing this because we know your human police can't do anything about it.
Yeah, that part was pretty well thought out for the orcs, but at the same time, I feel like they could have gone about it more peacefully because it's just hentai. It's not like it's worth, it's like risking people's lives over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at that point, you could call it extreme hentai.
Extreme hentai.
Yeah. Like, how do I put it? It's like, I don't know. It's just extreme hentai. That's all I can say for it. And I mean, our quotes are gonna get more and more effed up.
There's gonna be so many things that we say in this podcast that people are gonna be like, in like 3 years, be like, hey, you remember when you said that? And it's like, yep, I remember when I said extreme hentai.
Oh, I still get teased for hentai games. Okay.
I want to go back to the Love Hotel thing.
Oh, you want to go back to the Love Hotel?
Just because I know some interesting stuff about, like, Love Hotels.
Okay.
Love Hotels are the cheapest, like, places to stay.
If you have a couple, probably.
Yeah.
If a couple goes. It's probably expensive if you go by yourself.
I think it's typically, like, they just don't let single people in. I'm not sure. I don't know the logistics of that. But, like, Love Hotels themselves was, like, for one night, it can be, like, $30.
So, I guess that's sad for people who have their waifu pillow and can't go into a Love Hotel. Because unfortunately your waifu pillow does not count as a second, so don't even try.
Oh my god. I took my body pillow to a Love Hotel so I could fuck it. Oh my god.
I wasn't
You,
even alluding to that,
you,
but
you gotta be a special kind of sad for that. Oh my god.
or you could take your like plastic figurine. This is my waifu.
Kevin, this isn't helping. Now I'm just like, I've got this, I've got this figurine, and then you're leaving. It's like, why is there donut glaze on that figurine? No reason.
Oh my goodness! I just brought this into a whole other level. I am so sorry.
Okay.
But this is the reason why it's not safe for children.
Oh my god. Um. Okay. I really liked the first few chapters with Centauria or Soria.
The centaur, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like she was just like magical charms, manga. Isn't that like she viewed like manga as if they were like folk tales almost? Like,
And like it was funny because she was like, maybe I should have gone with a piece of toast. It's
oh
like,
my god, the fucking toast. She was like playing on every like stereotype of like anime and manga.
what I can't understand though, first of all, I want to say kudos to Kima, whatever his name. Like, he got ran over by a centaur, walking down the street, minding his own business.
Yeah, like
Christmas Eve. Well, it wasn't really Christmas Eve, but
imagine just getting slammed into by a horse.
it was like that's probably equivalent of getting ran over by a car.
Yeah.
And she did it so casually too, thinking that's how fate works. Like, I don't know how Centaura found him and why she like instantly fell for him, but I mean, she ended up riding on. No, he ended up riding on her back, which is a very big thing in centaur society. Like, that's only masters and centaurs can do that type thing. You know what I mean?
It was like
So
if you pressured a centaur into letting you ride their back, it'd be the equivalent for their culture as you raping them. Like,
yeah,
that's how much it means to them.
and I mean, she just did it all casually for this main character. Like, I can't believe she let that happen.
The amount of boobs in this manga.
Yeah,
There's so
and
much boobs.
yeah, there is, but I mean, only one character has the best boobs, and that's Sue. Like, she can grow them or shrink them.
Oh my god. She can hydrate people with them too.
Yes, she can. That scene
So
where
weird.
she's getting nursed, where she's nursing the main character back to health because, like, interdimensional species and disease.
Centauria can run so fast.
Faster than a bike.
Faster than a fucking bike.
I don't know if that motorcycle was fast or if that was just one of those scooters that go like, you know what I mean? Like, it was a fast scooter. Like, I don't know if it was a fast scooter or a bike.
Yeah, I don't know.
But she outran that thing, and until we know what type of bike it was, it makes it not sound as impressive.
I think it was probably going at least 60 miles per hour, I'd have to guess, which is about 100 kilometers an hour, I believe. It's around there, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could just Google that. Like, that's not too hard to do. Like, conversion, like, converting units is not too hard when you have
No. Either way, it's not that important.
The one thing I can't figure out is how come every single girl falls for our main character automatically. It's like, oh, I see you. Okay, I'm in love with you now.
Horny ex machina.
What?
Horny ex machina. Say the Deus ex machina?
I don't even know what you're referencing there.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Either way, it's just them being like, the writer's just like, yep, this person, they fall for him. He's the main character. Here we go. That's what we get.
Yeah, it's still kind of funny though.
Yeah. It's harem anime is so funny to me. Like, my taste in like anime hasn't changed. Like, manga hasn't changed that much because harem anime is always hilarious to me. I think it's just because I have like a very like sexual oriented sense of humor. Like, when stuff gets sexual, I'm just like, ha, that's funny. Like, what, especially awkward sexual stuff is hilarious to me. It's so funny. I don't know why, but it's just the funniest thing to me.
Well, I mean, it's just funny. Like, just out of nowhere, something happens, and you're just like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. So, one thing I do want to talk about is how does our main character always get into situations where he might have to be, like, fight? Like, for instance, the example I'm going to bring up is the most perverted one. It's the one where the cameramen wanted to.
Oh my god. The egg laying scene.
Yeah, and like he's always put into these situations where he has to knock somebody out. Like I just don't get it. And those cameramen were creepy, and you know they were.
Yeah, like as soon as you saw that camera guy, the director is just like, you're a creep.
He wanted Mia's dead skin.
Yeah. There was like, oh, it was so creepy. I really disliked that chapter. It's like Poppy is like legal age, but I can't, like, my brain is like, she looks like a child, she is a child, don't do this. Like,
yeah, but I mean, isn't that all anime girls?
no, I don't, I have like this weird thing against like lolly culture. It, because I worked with kids, so like, so it's like red flag, nope, out, get out. Like, it's just something that for my brain is just like, this is uncomfortable, stop.
Yeah. But that begs the question, like, why? Like, another question is, why is it always high school girls? Like, nobody in their 20s, just always 17 or up. It's like, are you kidding? Or is it 16? Because Japan is, like, messed up in that sort of way.
Japan's legal age,
It's 16.
last I heard it was 13, but it might have changed.
I heard it was 13, like, for certain sexual acts, whereas 16 you can go all the way, is from what I heard.
The age of consent in Japan is 13 years old.
Well, that's still pretty fucked up.
Yeah. I think...
But either way, how did we even get down this rabbit hole?
Lolly culture.
Oh yeah, because of Peppy. That begs the question, who is your favorite character?
My favorite character is, Zambina. I really liked the way she got introduced.
Zambina is pretty cool. For me, I hate to admit it, but it's like Peppy or Sue.
Like, Poppy's like a really funny character because she just doesn't quite get what she's doing.
The bird bath scene was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you would think that someone her age, like, would know that a fountain is not a bird bath.
It could
And
just be culture, too.
harpy culture?
Yeah. It could just be like, oh, this. It could be like in like Harpy country. It could be like that. A fountain like that is a bird bath there. You know?
Yeah. But even in harpy culture, I just don't see them just randomly streaking down and getting into a fountain.
Who knows?
Like, it might be different though because they are all female. It's not like mixed genders are walking by the fountains. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it could be more widely accepted.
Yeah. I feel like nudity is probably not something they care about that much.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing about Poppy is like her naivety.
So I have a feeling that all the monster girls have werewolf blood in their body because they just go nuts on the full moon.
Um the full moon thing is it's actually like a natural phenomenon that like the full moon actually affects like animals in like a strange way. It makes them act strangely.
It
But
just made them extremely horny.
yeah, for these monsters, the full moon made them go into heat.
Which is kind of weird.
It added a very funny chapter.
It was.
Especially since it led up to that chapter with, hey, you have to marry one of these girls. There was something else I needed to tell him. Yeah, doesn't matter. I'll tell him when I remember.
Yeah, they had Miss Smith just brought that at the worst possible time because all the girls heard that, and that just made all the girls like, he is mine.
Yep.
You can't have him. It unlocked their yandere characteristics.
I want there to be more Azambina. And I think she gets more later on.
The whole, like, I don't know. They're more side characters than anything else.
Yeah, they are more like side characters. But I want there to be more of her, because it was just... I liked the way she got introduced, and they're like, aha, we killed the captive. And then she was like, hey, fuckers, I'm alive.
Yeah. Who would have known that there would be a zombie as a monster girl? Like, if you really think about it, that's more mythical than everything else. And why are they all girls? Besides the orcs that we saw, all the girl monsters have been girls. Every single one.
Yeah, I think it's just mostly just to build the harem at this point.
Yeah, it reminds me of High School DxD. They kind of did the same thing.
Yeah, I watched like I think maybe like 5 episodes of High School DxD when I was in high school, and I remember there just being like, it was like main character and then female, 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 female.
There was a couple males.
Yeah, but like it was like overwhelmingly boobs.
If you guys want us to go over High School DxD, give us as many likes as possible. or just send us a comment being like, yeah, we would love High School DxD.
Yeah, we've had a couple people on the Discord recommend it.
So, do you think Miss Smith knew about Sue, or do you think Sue just was one of those randos that just came by in perfect timing? Because I know that all the girls were so concerned about Sue they ran away, and Miss Smith's group was looking for somebody. But
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think they were looking for the mermaid, because that's when she went missing or something as well.
They were looking for the mermaid, and I think she just like didn't want to join a family or something was her thing.
Or she was just going for a stroll, one of the two.
One of the two.
But, like, Sue's appearance, like, what do you think her special room would look like? Because we got to see the girls, each one of the girls' rooms. I think the only ones we haven't seen are Spider-Girl and Sue's room.
Yeah. I feel like Sue is just I feel like Miss Smith knows about Sue. She must.
She must, like, did she, like, of course she knows now in the later volume. Know when Sue arrived, did she know about Sue?
I think so. I think she has, like, Kimihito's house bugged.
Then why in the world did she just not say anything about her? Like,
probably because she didn't care.
not even about that. Like, Sue didn't have a host or anything, and one of the laws state you need to have a host family.
I have a theory that Sue was born out of Mia's cooking.
Oh.
Because I think Sue, like, Mia's cooking was just so, like, monstrously bad that it made a monster.
That's a funny theory.
Like, because when Sue jumps out of the pot is completely empty. And I know she absorbs water, but how does she get in there? The pot was closed. So I think that maybe Sue was born out of the cooking, because when she hops out, it's completely empty. Like, there's nothing in the pot anymore. Like, nothing.
Huh. And that is around the time she did start to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Or start to try to cook.
Yeah. Sue's a really interesting character.
She is.
Like, she has so many, like, interesting abilities. Like, she can basically become, like, a doppelganger. Almost. Except for the antenna.
Yeah. That's really interesting.
Um,
So what did you think about Nurse Mia? Like, what did you think of that scene in general? Like, I just was not expecting that.
my mind is pulling a blank on this.
You haven't seen Nurse Mia?
I definitely saw it.
Okay, so here's a question: knows how to communicate, or is she just mimicking what or like does she know exactly how to communicate, or is she just like the whole episode or part where she's learning to or where she's talking is because they were teaching Sue how to nurse the main character back to health because
I think it might be from that.
from what?
Just them being like, you need to do this, and, like, talking so much that she was able to, like, put an original sentence together.
So you're just saying it was dumb luck?
Yeah, like, because most of what she says is mimicking, but then at the very end of, like, that chapter, she, like, puts her own sentence together. And they're
So
like,
Sue,
whoa, what?
so Sue does have the ability to talk and communicate.
Yeah, but I think she mostly does it through mimicry. I think she doesn't have, like, the processing power to fully learn how to, like, verbally communicate.
I don't think she has much processing power at all, quite frankly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's putting it nicely. Like, she just doesn't know anything. That
Yeah.
being said, though, if she was born from Mia's cooking, she has not been around long enough to learn.
Yeah.
Or even have a brain properly formed.
Yeah.
So we can't really arguably say that Sue is stupid.
No, I don't think she's stupid. Like, I think she's actually really smart because she figured out how to transform into another person, basically.
Yeah. I wonder though if she transforms into another person, will she still be sticky and gooey like
I think she
her?
is. Because I
Yeah.
think they, like, touched her while she was as, like, Kimihito, and they're like, oh, you're still slimy.
Huh.
Um, which character did you find the most attractive?
Ooh. Quite personally, I hate to say it, Peppy.
Okay, that's fine.
But I also really liked I liked all of them. They all had charm about them.
Mm-hmm.
Like all their how do I put this with not sounding weird? All of them had their attractive human parts. That just made it sound weird.
No, Kevin, this is an ecchi manga with lots of boobs in it.
So don't hold
About
back.
about monster girls. It's not gonna be weird. If you're like, I liked their boobs, nobody's gonna be that's weird.
I'm not saying they're boobs. I'm just saying they're human half. Like
Oh,
they're
so you're
human
only
half.
attracted to the human half.
Well, okay, come on, don't make it sound like I'm being racist or anything. But that brings the whole thing where our main character is attracted to spider legs. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, he has a thing for legs. But I feel like he'll end up, like, marrying Mia. I feel like he has the most personal attachment to her.
Mia was the first one to join the family.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see how Mia would be the most popular choice.
Yeah.
And it Sue and Peppy are definitely not in the cards for possible marriage partners because
Yeah.
Peppy just seems her mentality is just too young.
Yeah. He
Like,
views her as a little sister more than anything.
oh yeah, she looks like she could be older, but her mentality's not there.
Yeah.
Like I think with herpes especially, they age differently. So like a 20-year I feel that a 20-year-old have like the mindset of a 5-year-old child or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they just mature differently is how I'm gonna put it because we don't know much about the races to really make any conclusions about them.
Yeah. We know some information. I think it was explained that, like, harpies age, like, slower,
Yeah.
quote unquote. Like, so Poppy is like 23, she's legal age or whatever, but she still looks very young because in harpy culture she still is like that young.
Yeah. And
Um,
I bet you herpes don't even herpes. I mean harpies. Just give me a second. I need to recoup. And I don't keep that mistake in the non-edit because that just slipped out. But where was I even going with this?
I'm not sure. Um,
Even though the female race for her harpies and for the snake ladies,
mm-hmm.
like I just feel like there's like an eight like Peppy wouldn't be getting married until she was about 40.
Uh-huh.
In in my opinion.
Yeah, like that's when she would like be mature enough as a harpy.
Who even knows? Like by the time she's 40, she might have the mentality of a 17-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Like like what do you think her mentality is right now?
Like a like maybe 12 or 13. Like she's still like childish, but she kind of has
Understand?
developed like sexuality a little bit. Like she's starting like she's in that like state where she's starting to go through puberty, I guess.
Yeah.
Or like
That would make the most sense. Like,
yeah.
since we're on the topic, how old do you think Mia is?
I
Are
th-
other
I think most of I think they're in their 20s. I think they're like 22.
that would make the most sense. Consider
Like I feel like their ages vary. Like it doesn't give any birth dates for any of them. It just says Pappy is the same age as Mia.
yeah,
Like they're in the same like age group.
yeah. Age is just a number, though.
Kind of.
Yes, let's not go there. We all know the age is 18.
Or 11 in Nigeria.
18. I can't stress that enough.
I mean,
Like it's weird that people date 16-year-olds when they're in their 20s and stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah, I like my thing was like I will only date somebody who's within 2 years of my age.
Yeah, yeah, that's about where I stand with that too.
Like my on and off girlfriend through high school was 2 grades below me and I was like that's as low as I'll go.
Yeah.
And I was like if I hit 18, I might just be like I can't do this anymore. This isn't legal. Even though where I grew up, the age of consent in my state is 16, but you have to be within 5 years of each other. We talked about Kimihito having a leg fetish. Do you have a specific body part that you are specifically attracted to? Like I myself am a man of big boobs.
For me, the most attractive is the face. I don't know what it is. It like face and face is the main thing, and then it would be boobs and then butts.
I'm an all-arounder kind of person. I'm like, if you've got big boobs but no butt, that's only half a sandwich.
Yeah, that makes sense, but there are some body types that don't really look good with big boobs.
Yep, that's definitely true. There's like, there was a girl I went to high school with who had very, very large boobs, but like a tiny, tiny waist.
Oh, that doesn't suit at all.
I mean, for me, that was very attractive. Because I was like,
It depends
this
how.
is the girl from the animes. Because so many women in anime are just like, big boobs, tiny, tiny waist.
That is true. That is true. But I mean, with anime and women, it's one of those things where it's a cartoon and you can draw things perfectly to the point where you want them.
Yeah.
Where with the real world you can't really do that, so you got to accept the fact of that.
Yeah. It's like, big boobs are likely going to sag when they don't have a bra on.
Yes.
Like, I think a lot of men don't get that, and I didn't quite get that until I dated a girl with really, really big boobs, and, you know, we were doing stuff, and she took off her bra, and I was like, huh, those are getting affected by gravity way more than I thought they would.
Huh. I just have these pictures in my head, like, I just see it, like, boobs now going from completely perky and bouncy, just dropping and becoming completely flat.
Not quite like that.
Or running like water. You know
Oh my god.
Like, this is how horrible who has not had a girlfriend thinks, okay? This is what happens when you don't have a girlfriend and you like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just don't know.
Yep. Virgin brain is a thing. Like, I suffered from it for a long time. My brain didn't quite understand how boobs worked.
Either way, how did we get from manga to boobs?
Because we're talking about a manga that is almost all about boobs.
Yeah, good point.
A lot of the comedy from this manga is just like, the main character is accidentally groping this person's boobs. Ha 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 ha! But it's still funny. Like, you know, it shouldn't be as funny as it is. But it's still, for some reason, is hilarious?
I guess, but, like, honestly, all of them were, like, all the chapters were really fun to read.
Yeah. It was a really easy read.
Of the egg laying.
Yeah, that one.
I feel that guy was just there to make pornography.
Definitely.
I just did not feel comfortable. It just made the reading experience just a little bit more uncomfortable.
And, like, he kept making it more uncomfortable. Like, he was pushing his boundaries from the beginning, but he just kept making it more uncomfortable.
Yeah, especially since, like, all of these monster girls are, like, cute and innocent. Ish.
Yeah.
Like, the reason why I can say ish is because the scene where the main character accidentally gets Mia's panties by accident.
Yeah, she's like, no, those are mine.
They were weirdly shaped for panties, honestly.
I think they just stick on.
Yeah.
They're more like a menstrual pad than panties, almost.
Yeah. If like, I don't understand that at all. Like, couldn't you just use a shirt or something to cover that up? Like,
I don't know.
It's just like, I guess it was just one of those things. Oh, even monster panties. Like,
Yeah.
I guess that was the whole thing about it.
Yeah, I think so. All right.
Like, the thing is, real honestly, like, real talk here, these ecchi episodes, they're going to be a little bit uncomfortable for everybody because we're still learning.
I mean, they're not uncomfortable for me because
They're uncomfortable for me to talk about, honestly. Just out of, like, something that I usually don't talk about.
yeah, but
Like
this will get you more comfortable with that part of your brain.
that is true.
This is going to be quite a learning experience for you, Kevin. I was most attracted to Saria.
Saria, you mean the centaur? The centaur?
Yeah.
Saria. Yeah, the centaur. Saria the centaur.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which part of her were you attracted to, just out of curiosity?
Boobs.
The boobs.
Yep.
Yes, like it even said that mentors had bigger boobs than any of the monster girls.
Boobs are a glorious thing.
Also, this is going, like, how did all the girls suddenly know about the new arrival of Spider Girl?
I don't know. I think it was just them being like, oh, I don't know.
I
I think it was mostly just for comedy for them to have like that spider sense type thing.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, no, it's not uncommon for him to bring home a new girl.
Yeah, it's not. It's not uncommon.
Not uncommon at all, and it's just so at this point they're like, oh, he's gone for a long time. He probably met with a new girl.
Probably.
Great.
I'm
Right,
gonna have
you're right.
we're gonna have to wrap up. I gotta go.
Ah. So
Alright.
next week we plan to do
My
My
Hero
Hero
Academia.
chapters 1 to 26.
Yep, probably. We're probably gonna do 26 chapters.
That's just going through the calendar that is being made.
Yeah.
Like, all this information will eventually be put up on the website once I build it.
Yep.
Like, I need to get a hold of Gabby and get that stuff going, because isn't she graphics?
Yeah, she does art stuff.
Yeah. I don't know if she does any web stuff, though.
I don't know. She can probably learn how to do like art stuff like that though. She'll probably just have to do some research. Gabby is really smart.
Speaking of which, we will have Gabby back on our show eventually.
She just had a lot of stuff going on this week.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, we're gonna wrap up. Make sure to follow our Twitter at SitManga, Instagram is SitManga. Stick It to the Manga podcast on My Anime List, and Stick It to the Manga everywhere, or it's SitManga. Sit with 2 T's. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye, manga fans.